it over here looking at the thing, telling me if it's happening or not. Can you hear me? Is the mic on? See, this is why we're test driving this bad boy. Is that working? It's working on Twitch. We're on Twitch, kids. Oh my God. It's amazing that my wife was able to set this up. Now, can we get comments? So on, so forth. Hey, we are live on YouTube. It's officially working. You go ahead and slide that door closed. Hi, what's going on? Got to figure out a whole bunch of new technology, and you know what? We just might be dangerous enough to do it. It is good to be with you. It's good to be back. I'm it's been a weird couple of weeks. It's been a really weird couple of weeks. Oh, thank you, JoJo Vols. We can hear you now. We're gonna, if I click on that, boom! Look at this. The text line. Somebody says volume up. I might need my wife to turn the volume up. It's a bit low. Honey? Wait a minute. I have to bring in someone who's much smarter at all this stuff than me. So let's go straight to the IT department and the director, producer, CEO, CFO of all of whatever this is.
Just keep going, honey. I got you.
Oh, yeah, I'm a broadcaster, babe. I know that you just keep going when in doubt. There was a time on Fox Sports Radio, I'm talking about a million years ago, where as I was doing an opening segment on overnight radio from some studio I'd never even been in before in Indianapolis, basically my headsets went out in the middle of the opening monologue, and I had no feedback, and I just kept going. And they were like, that's good, because we were on the air the entire time. Look at this. Is this better? Is the volume better? So, dude, Mike, thank you so much. Look at this, Mike. Your sports talk dream is happening. Making dreams come true. By the way, so we're going with the Pluce. The Pluce. Pluce, because, you know, umlauts would have looked good, but Americans are too dumb to know how to pronounce umlauts. So we're not going to be doing any of that, for goodness sakes. And let's be completely honest, Pluce, Bruce, it's just all spelled this. Pluce, Bruce, it works. I feel like I can officially say welcome. This is not the first show, though. The first show happens exactly at 11 a.m. on Monday. What is that, April 3rd? Today's April 1st. By the way, congratulations if you still held on to your blue check mark today and are not paying for one. That's good. Do we even take anyone seriously? Do we take Elon seriously anymore? Because all the things he says are about to happen just do not happen over and over again. I can't help but notice that. But man, it's good to be with you here. And we needed to test run this bad boy. We needed to go ahead and make sure that we're ready to go on Monday. But today is also significant. It's significant because exactly 9 years ago today, April 1st, what is that, 2014? I think it was 2014. Exactly to the day, almost to the hour, because I think I started at 2 o'clock then too, was my first show on 95.7 The Game after leaving KNBR. It was a big day. It was a big day for me in my career. I think it was a big day for the station. And I can't even tell you how much it means to me that this audience, my audience, is loyal enough to go wherever I'm going. If you are among the first 3,000 or so people who followed me, God, I love you. I mean, I really do. Thank you so much for joining me. The loyalty of my audience knows no bounds. You left KNBR to come to a station that no one really heard of before I joined it. And now that station has, pulled neck and neck with KNBR itself. And I don't know what's going to happen to them going forward. I'm not going to speak of a single thing about that station going forward. But I do have one thing to say right here and right now. To everyone who's been saying, you know what, man, 95.7 The Game, screw them for letting you go, I can tell you this. I can tell you this, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, that there's not a single person in that station in San Francisco that had anything to do with the decision that happened to me. It was from corporate. It was from the top. I love the guys at the station. I love the station. I really did. I didn't want to go, but, you know, them's the breaks. I also look at it as one of the best opportunities I've ever had just shoved in front of me. And we're going to do something with it. Like I said, we know just enough to be dangerous. Hold on, the IT department's coming back, which means something is happening. What's going on? Audio, scratchy, we glitching. There we go.
I don't know.
See, I'm just a bimbo. I'm just a talent. I don't know how to push buttons. I never did. Thankfully, my wife does.
Is that better?
Is it better? Is it better? Audio cracking again? We will go ahead and figure this all out. We'll, one of the big things that everyone told me was, don't wait for perfect before you just hop in and you start. So hopefully, do you think that's it? We got a little interference with the iPhone? Maybe. It is no hard feelings. Officially, I have no hard feelings towards 95.7 The Game. Butcher Boy and Bonte are the two closest things I will ever have to radio children. Butcher was a caller into my show. Bonte was an intern at KNBR who occasionally worked on my show, and to watch what the two of them become has given me so much pride, so much joy. I wish them all the success in the world. I have certainly no ill will towards Steiny and Guru. I love those guys, and there isn't anyone I've known in this business longer than Dan Dibley. I don't know Mark Willard very well, but what I do know of him, I like him very much. I wish them all an awful lot of success, and the program director that I worked with, Matt Nahagian, is going to be a friend of mine for life. A friend of mine for life. So it is really, really good. Really, really good to just say thanks for all the opportunity that they gave me, but it's time to move on. So thanks to the old station, and come Tuesday, we're not going to be talking about them again. Wait a minute, the IT department's coming on back here. Honey, what's it? Oh, is it? Oh, are you telling me speaking to the microphone? Is this like, turn your mic on, Ray? Turn your mic on? Is that what's going on? Is it not omnidirectional? Is it more unidirectional? Look at me. Technical jargon.
We're gonna figure this out.
God
Thanks
help
for
us
your
all.
patience.
Yeah, this is the test. It's only a test. That looks like it's bouncing well. Use ambient noise reduction. Ooh. Oh, there you go. Are we now using this microphone? We weren't hooked up to Scarlett before?
No, we were.
All right. There you go. Look at my wife's beautiful blue eyes. I'm so lucky. By the way, let me tell you, if you ever get laid off, have one of these. A woman who stands by you like a champion. By the way, speaking of women who stand by me, Gianna. Oh my God, I love Gianna. She is so good. Are we switching mics?
Keep
Okay.
doing
All right. Just keep doing the thing. Let's see. So this is going to be a sports talk show. You all know that by now. Always has been, always will be, but it's going to be much more. Someone's like, unplug it and plug it back in. That is the best technical advice I've ever been given. Maybe it would work in this moment too. Oh, hold on. Am I in the way? Are we switching mics?
I'm wondering if that will help.
Are we switching
Sorry.
mics? Hold on,
Be
everybody.
patient for a second.
Is this the mic?
No, right now it's picking up from your MacBook.
We got
Give me a
multiple
second.
mics. Hold on. Here we go.
We're gonna figure this out, guys. We're gonna figure it out.
Go.
Let's try that.
Is it better? Is it better? Send it in, Jillian. Absolutely. Forget about send it in, Jerome. Send it in. Oh, perfect. We got the word. No sound effect for Jillian. That's, oh my God. See, if you're telling jokes like that, you've been with me a long time. You are a ride or die listener. Crystal now. Better. Honey, you nailed it. This is Jack Pluce. Hi, say hi, everybody. Jack, say hello to everybody. What do you think? What do you think, Jack? You've never gone global before. You've never been on the internet, which is probably good. Look at you. So this is Jack. Come on up here. There you go. Now, I've always said I hate when an NBA player brings their kids up to the dais. They use them as like little human shields. I always think that when a player brings a child to the dais with them, all questions should be directed to the child and the child only until the player lets it go. But here we are. Jack, say hello, everybody.
Hi.
Whole fam, first episode. Well, not Ozzy. Ozzy is taking a little nap right now. There he is, Jacko. This is the new Riley Curry.
No, you mean Jack Bruce.
That's right, Jack Bruce. But you like to call yourself Jackie. Jackie the man. There he is. Jackie, you see yourself? See yourself right up there? Yeah. Look at you, handsome guy, bowl cut.
I can see my tongue.
Stick your tongue in. There you go. You can see his tongue. What? Come on. Someone's like, Jack, part of the IT department. He is.
My tongue is long.
Your tongue is long. Absolutely. Show everyone how long your tongue. Look at that. It touches your chin. Look at that. I tell you, man, when you get your life just turned around and upside down, the single best piece of advice I got from anyone was that why you're going through this. There's nothing more important than being a great dad and a great husband. And it's the truth. It's the truth. I hope I've been that. I hope, Jack, am I doing a good job as a dad? Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to pass you off to the IT department because we do have a little sports to talk about today. Again, we're not going to go ahead, but someone's like, Damon, monetize this thing. Oh, that's the point. We're going to try to monetize this thing. I can promise you all that. But the deal is we got to qualify for a few things. Like you just can't flip on YouTube and be like, hey, pay me everyone. You have to qualify. And so you need to stream a certain amount of hours. And again, based on the initial listening and following over here, it won't be very long before we're qualified for all of it. Jack Bruce sounds like the name of a movie star. Teach us how to make special pancakes. You got to do it from scratch. You got to do it from scratch. Although I tell you, I did cheat recently and I used Bisquick. It's easy. It's convenient for sure. Oh, there we go. She's moving the camera. She's moving the camera. Should we get nude? Should we should we OnlyFans this bad boy right away? Should we get suspended right away? I'll spare you all. I will spare you all. So, thanks to Ethan Sherwood Strauss for an incredible interview. I want to thank Sam Esfandiari and Andy Liu for having me on the Light Years podcast. I know I'm going to be making the rounds. My book tour, if you will, is going to be going in. There's going to be an awful lot of stuff, and I'm basically going to be now appearing everywhere, not just on the radio. We have a lot of oars in the water. We'll see where we eventually paddle the boat to, but there's going to be big things happening. And I'm going to tell you right now, if the plan was, we'll let Damon go and then he'll just fade away, he'll disappear, he'll go to a market. Boy, do I have a fucking big surprise for you. I'm home. And I'm not going anywhere. So that's the reality that we're all now living in. And again, thanks to an audience who is big enough to just make me dangerous instantly, and we're ready to go. By the way, Giants, 1-2, trailing in New York. Giants have played 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 innings of run-free baseball to start the season. So congratulations to Farhan, who is already off to his tinkering. Tinker. It's all Farhan knows how to do. The Giants signed Gary Sanchez to a minor league deal. Like Joey Bart not only has back tightness, he's got a franchise that has little to no belief in him, officially controlling his player rights. There's no doubt about that. Bryce Johnson actually got called up today. And, Hank Schulman said, they were working on a trade. There was a reason why he wasn't there on the opening day roster. This guy on Twitter named I'm Milbray said, I'm creating a name for the way the Giants go about building their roster. It's called micro rostering. He said, use freely if you desire. Thank you very much. I am going to go ahead and use micro rostering because, look, maybe they did have to make a trade. Like maybe if we believe them for just a second and say, yeah, well, the Giants had a trade to make. Why didn't you do it in spring training? If you're going to make a trade after your first game, you're basically telling me you broke camp the wrong way. Wait a minute, we got a home run. Jacques Peterson. Boom. See you in the World Series, everybody. But look, keeping a kid off an opening day roster and adding him for game 2, that's over-tinkering for over-tinkering's sake, and it's just straight-up disrespectful to the player, the dawn of a career, the player's family, everyone who supported him. That's not the way you go about handling actual human beings. And if there's one thing that is a new, overwhelming, riding story about the Giants that nobody here is covering, is that Farhan treats everybody like a number. And that's why no one comes to play for him. That's why no one wants to show up. Because Farhan treats players like a number, he treats agents like a number, and it is just all the business of baseball with no element of human touch to it, which is a great way to make sure that everyone kind of doesn't want to show up when it's all said and done. My son is now banging the window with a baseball bat. What could possibly go wrong there? IT department is coming back. Another adjustment will be made. What is that?
I don't know why it keeps getting scratchy after a few minutes, but it keeps doing that, so we'll have to figure that out.
What gets scratchy? The audio gets scratchy? All right, scratchy audio. I don't even know. I don't know why that's working or isn't working. We'll figure it all out.
Thanks, everyone.
Look, thank you very, very much. We need all the tips and tricks and things. There we go. IT department just crushing it in real time here. So built in, should we?
That sounds great, but it won't be scratchy probably.
We don't want scratchy. Somebody says it's a cable problem. The audio is trash. Again, we can't have trashy audio. Anyways, Blake Sable got his first major league hit today, and the Giants have scored their first run of the season. So, huzzah. Huzzah for all involved. Thank you very much for joining me here today. Ooh, so she fixed it. Much better, much better. Nice job, honey. Crushing it. Warriors, big win last night. I love how they can be disinterested in a critical game for 3 quarters and then show up in the 4th. They got a huge game Sunday in Denver. We're going to be recapping all of that come Monday. But it is, this was great. Thank you very much for giving us a little run here, letting us to know what is and isn't working. We're going to get it all fixed. And it probably won't be perfect starting tomorrow. I know that we certainly can't afford the rights to Jenny Was a Friend of Mine by the Killers. So, I don't think we're going to have any theme music or anything like that, but we'll figure it out eventually. And, we're going to be so successful on this stream that I'm sure we'll buy the entire Killers catalog at one point here. So thank you very, very much for tuning in today. Thanks to everyone who made a comment. I wish I could go ahead and bring up more of your comments and highlight more of you. I wish I could thank all of you, absolutely all of you, for the love that you have sent me and my family's way. It's been overwhelming. It's been reassuring in what's been a little bit of a scary and a trying time. Being out of work in 2023 seems to be a normal way to go through 2023. There are a lot of people across every industry, especially broadcasting, especially media, that have been laid off. Look what happened to Jim Trotter. Look what happened to Jim Trotter at NFL Network. I mean, that is just ridiculous. The guy is bona fide, one of the best journalists. He asked Roger Goodell about actually having black men in the newsroom, and he gets laid off? Shady ass shit is what that is. Maybe we'll have Jim on. Oh, guess what we're going to do now in terms of guests? Anything we want. I'm not restricted by any station. Well, you're on that station, which means you can't have that guest. You can't have any of that. You can't have that. Can't do this. Can't do that. We can do anything we want now. The summer of George. The summer of Damon. Independent Damon. It's going to be fantastic. My buddy Larry Kruger and I are going to be doing an awful lot. We are going to literally drop one of the best shows this town has ever heard on it. It's the show that this town damn well deserves. I think we're the two best at what we do and have been for a really, really long time. Get Nick Wright on. It'll happen. It's going to happen. Everything's going to happen. I'm getting Tolbert on. I'm getting Radnich on. I'm getting everybody on. I'm taking everything. What are you here for, Damon? I'm here for all of it. Every inch. Mine, 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 mine. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Enjoy the Final Four tonight. Enjoy the Warriors on Sunday. Big game in Denver. Monday, 11 a.m. here on the Pluce. We will hopefully iron out any and all glitches. Please subscribe. If you're just watching and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I got that adorable little kid to feed. I got a beautiful wife that I don't want leaving me anytime soon. Not only is the marriage fantastic, but I need the IT department that is free at this particular time. So it's really got to work out between me and Joy. Wait a minute. It's 3-2 Giants. Everything's coming up San Francisco since I hit the air. It's a little bit of fairy dust, a little bit of magic I've always sprinkled on the market. Thank you so very, very much. There you go. Damon, all you do is appear on the radio. Here we go. Can we bring that up? No? Is it gone? More cooking shows, too. We'll do it. Oh, Trey Balky. Can you give us an oi, oi, oi? I think I just did. But I don't have the sound bite anymore. I got to figure out a way to play some sound effects. This is going to be an awful lot of fun. This is going to be an awful lot of fun. I thank you so very much for your loyalty, for your love, for your support, for everything that you guys have provided in one of the weirdest 3 weeks of my life. It's been incredible. I went down to a radio summit in Los Angeles, and the underlying theme of that entire radio summit was anyone who is just staying on radio is officially looking backwards. You know, we're not selling any buggy whips because buggy whips are out of style. I'm always going to love radio. I was always radio's biggest, ambassador. The power of radio, a single voice, a single message coming out of a single speaker. I think it's wildly powerful. I think it's an incredible communication tool. You know what's an even more amazing communication tool? The internet. I mean, what I've seen, the reach, the power of YouTube, something that I didn't spend really much time on until the last 3 weeks, looking, thinking, tinkering. It's amazing. It's amazing the opportunity, the reach, the power of all of this. And we're going to be using it for an awful lot of good, for just a little bit of evil as well. And the reason why it's Damon Bruce Plus is because it's not just going to be sports. It's going to be about the rebirth of San Francisco. This city needs to come back. This city needs to come back, and it needs to come back now. You go anywhere in America. You go to Chicago, you go to New York, you go to Denver, you go anywhere. Miami, Texas, it's back. San Francisco's not back. So we're going to bring all of San Francisco back. That's a big promise. Right? I think on my first show, I promised that the A's would have a ballpark. It would have happened, but John Fisher's just the biggest piece of shit to ever own a team in the world. So here we go. We will officially not only space that radio and sports talk radio in this town has never seen before, but we're going to bring the whole damn city back with us. Thank you so very much for being so loyal. Thank you so very much for being an incredible source of confidence. I've always said I got irrational self-confidence. It's a good thing too, because this last week or so, couple of weeks, 3 weeks might have shaken it. It didn't. We back. And we're going to be better than ever. Thank you so very much for joining us. Get back and enjoy your Saturday. It's actually a nice day. Go and enjoy it, Bay Area. And at 11 o'clock on Monday, we're going to try to do this as glitch-free as possible. There's going to be no more looking backwards, no more woe is me. There really wasn't any woe is me. We're a badass over here. We're going to be just fine. So we got an awful lot coming up for you. Thank you so very much. And for the first time ever here on YouTube, please do remember that sports don't build character. They reveal it. I love you guys. Talk to you Monday at 11. We're going to go hard. Take care.